Element 3. What is a value proposition? The truth is all salespeople have a product to sell or a service. All salespeople have a competitor or two. All customers have a need to buy. But who they are going to buy from? This is the question. Their decision is going to be based on perceived value and you. It is not how to see your value, but rather your perceived value. A salesman's perceived value is a salesman's ability to convey his or her value to the prospect or customer. Every salesman on the planet needs value proposition in order to convey this value. So again, what is the value proposition? Value proposition is your ability to relay your value in 6 strategic areas. 1, value your company provides to others. 2, value product or service provides. 3, value that you provide as a salesman. 4, value in short-term incentive. 5, value in terms of the prospect, profit and benefit. And 6, value after the sale. The value that your company provides, what your company stands for, how they partner, how they produce, how they serve, what's their vision, what's their mission, what are their goals, the community they help. So it's a chance to talk about the capability and the loyalty. The value that your product provides, the technique of similar situation, how your product performed successfully in other instances, in other places or environments. Not testimonials at this stage. Tell stories of successful users, successful adopters of your service. The value that you provide. The first that is sold is you. If you bring no value on the table, then your price will dominate the discussion and the outcome. Your value are things like your industry knowledge, your product knowledge, how much you know the customer, your desire to serve and help, your timeliness in response and follow-up and follow-through, and the overall understanding of how your customer can utilize your product to their benefit. You have to go beyond salesman at this stage to be their consultant, their trusted advisor. Hero rather than just a salesperson. Where do ideas come from? Paying attention, first of all. The power of observation, asking good, intelligent questions, listening with an intent to understand, adopting the science of creativity, reading books about creativity, collecting your study and crafting ideas in favor of the customer. Now here I recommend 2 books on creativity. Thinker Toys by Michael Michalko and Serious Creativity by Edward de Bono. Ideas also come from your random acts of kindness, adopting a giving philosophy. Continue to try, test and measure, and eventually a good idea will have to happen. Every idea is a stepping stone to get you to a great idea. How many ideas will you be willing to try? That number will set you apart from the competition. Action step. Take a moment and write down 2 ideas. Discuss them with your peers, with your friends, with your colleagues, with your clients even, and accept their feedback and feed forward to adjust and implement in your next sales presentation. Element recap. Provide the customer value through ideas. Create something unique and memorable for them. Ideas come from observing, listening, and asking questions. Good ideas will come. The idea is to keep trying. Element 5. Converting your sales pitch to a value proposition. The bad news is converting your sales pitch to a value proposition is not easy. A change in the way you present your product or service is needed. Now here is the good news. Once achieved, it will immediately differentiate you from the way others present. It will allow you to rise above your competitors. It will give you the opportunity to set the standard, not match the price, but they should be able to match the value. Ask yourself this: what are you doing or giving that benefits your customers? What are you doing as a perceived value to your customers? Or just anything you do just benefit yourself only? Here are some ideas about what value really is. Bring a sales lead into a customer's place. Bring them a prospect who's a mutual customer or a friend. Call and make the connection for them. A four-way lunch. Bring me a referral and I will bring you one. Here's the magical formula. The more perceived value, the more your customers will buy from you. Now, let's do this exercise. Ask yourself the following. What the customer said. Did they say price is too high? We took the lowest price. We have better conditions. Then ask yourself what the customer really wanted. What they really wanted might be more sales, greater productivity, peace of mind, more profit, less problems, better image, more customers, more loyal employees, better morale, less hassle, more free time, more variety. Are you able to deliver these as value to your customer? Here's another formula. The more value you provide, the less price matters. But the key is giving them what they want, not what you need. Let's look at this ad. More cars, less money.
Never owned look and performance with pre-owned value. That's what Jones Chevrolet thinks you should enjoy with a used vehicle. We have hundreds of low-mileage certified pre-owns ready to roll. Leading brands under 15 grand. Cars, trucks, vans, SUV. Worried about dealer fees? Don't. You'll never pay one here. Worried about credit? Don't. We'll make it happen. Buying used doesn't mean sacrificing new car excitement. Get the never-owned look and performance with pre-owned value at Jones Chevrolet in Sumter. More car, less money guaranteed.
Where's the value there? What happens after I take ownership of the car? No one will remember the price at 7 a.m. in the morning when you are waiting in line for their service. And the service person is kind of rude. And when you go back by taxi to pick up your car, you have to wait another hour because it is not yet ready. And you discovered that they did not fix it properly. And you have to go back again next week, invest time, spend time, lose money, lose time, so that you will recover from the first malpractice. Your value statement. Let's do the so what exercise. Create a one-sentence value statement about your company. Ask yourself, so what? So put yourself in the shoes of the client and say, so what? Then rephrase it in terms of the customer. Again, say, so what? And try to pass that so what test minimum 3 times so that you will have a rigid, robust value statement at the end of this exercise. Go ahead, push that pause button and do it now. Element recap. Element 6, value, perceptions, and judgments. Think about this. We've been taking decisions in all our lives based on perceptions and judgments. It's the same thing in sales. In the process of sales, there are 2 value perceptions and 2 value judgments. The value perception and judgment that you make, and the value perception and judgment that the customer makes. Obviously, the value perception and judgment that the customer makes rules the buying process. Your value judgments come from how you feel about your company, how you feel about your product, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the customer and their buying process. You've placed a value on yourself that reflects your selling skills, your attitude, your belief system, your truthfulness, your ethics. Don't sacrifice any of this. You will never be a successful salesperson if you do. The customer perspectives is, however, they are making all kinds of judgments about you, your product, your company. Much about their judgment about you is done during the presentation itself. But many of those judgments are even made before they enter the door. So your product and price and company and your reputation play a major role on the customer perception of value. So you have to be prepared even before you go into that meeting, so that when they research you online, they will know about your value. Their perceived value becomes stronger when you start your sales presentation. Activity: how to create your own value and reputation. List all possible online platforms that you can be active on. List all events you must be physically present in. List all blogs, social events, groups, etc. that you can participate in. And improve those and be present in those. Invest time in revamping your online presence, your online reputation, and your physical reputation as well. Element recap: you are in control of the customer's value judgment. Your online presence projects a value perception. So do it before you enter that sales meeting. Customer value judgments and perceptions rule the buying process. It's not about you, it's about them. Google yourself. How do you perceive your value? What will Google say about you?